Good evening, everyone. We broadcast tonight from the beautiful Christmas Lake Golf Course in Santa Claus, joined now by head pro Troy Newport. And Troy, great weather today. It's a break in the weather that we haven't had in the last few weeks. How are things going here at Christmas Lake?
Going very, very well now. We've got the weather straightened out a little bit. We've got some decent weather for about a week and a half, and just noticed some dust yesterday, which was kind of nice to see after we had all that wet weather. So we're starting to get the season going.
We're coming down here tonight to talk about something new that you have to this fine facility, and it's the new thing that you have called the Digital Caddy. Why don't you explain a little bit about what that's all about?
Okay, the Digital Caddy is a cart-mounted sensor, and it uses radio wave technology in order to measure distance from where your cart sits to the hole. All right, it's not just to the center of the green, it measures to the actual hole location as it's set every day. So what happens is when the person that sets the hole in the morning, they cut the cup, they put the flagstick in, they put a small calibration unit on the flagstick, and every day it calibrates the new location of the flagstick in relation to the green by use of two transponders that are on the sides of the green, and it works very well.
Did you guys see this someplace and decide, hey, this might be neat for this course?
Yeah, we had a salesperson show it to us at one point, and the general manager took another golfer to Texas to a facility that already had it in place, and it was in Austin, Texas, and they used it there, and they thought it really looked like something that would help golfers. Since we have a high percentage of people who have not played the course very often, instead of having to walk around looking for yardage markers, that type of thing, it really is just basically a press of two buttons. Make sure you're set for the right hole number, and then hit the send button, and it brings up yardage, exact to from your cart to the hole.
Have a lot of other people had success with it? I'm sure they have, or you wouldn't have brought it here. What have you heard from other people around the country?
Well, that's one of the things that this company, Airwave Technology, was really interested in looking for as a test market in the Midwest, because there are not a lot of courses in the Midwest that have them. There are some places out west that have global positioning, and that's satellite technology to determine distance and everything, and that's a very expensive system. This is a lower cost alternative that works just as well and gives the basic information that you need, and the golfers so far have loved it.
I'm sure it helps speed up play, and that's something all professionals and all golf course people are trying to look for, especially maybe on the weekends. And as you said earlier, you don't have to spend time looking for that sprinkler head anymore.
Right. We have some nice yardage markers in the fairways, but to try to make them inconspicuous, they're green, and they're a little bit harder to find. And we think from a service standpoint, this is a good thing for the golfers, and from a speed of play, it's obviously good for us. So we think it's a real nice addition. We think people are going to be interested in coming out and seeing how it works.
For people that don't play very often, club selection is one of the big things in the game of golf, and obviously this helps, as do the yardage markers that are already out in the course.
Right. We think people make a better, confident swing if they think they have the right club in their hand. And a lot of times people say, well, it doesn't make any difference to me if it's 160 or 170 yards. But even for your average golfer, I think people are more confident, make a better golf swing when they have a reasonable, accurate idea of what the yardage is.
We've got a great day here today, and the course looks like it's in great shape. How has it held up this past spring? I know a lot of different things that have outdoor activities like ball fields and golf courses have taken a beating, but this looks great.
No, we think we've done really well. We kept up with some mowing when we had some wet conditions. We made a few little areas probably a little bit tracked up that we wouldn't have otherwise, but we were able to get out and mow things, and now the greens are fantastic. I mean, that's the part that's really come through the spring, very, very well. And they're very fast and good quality grass, and we think people are going to enjoy the course this summer.
I'm sure you have a lot of activities planned. What are some of the things going on here at Christmas Lake this summer?
Well, we have our normal Tri-State Pro-Ams. We have our first one July 8th. We have a nice tournament scheduled for the end of the year where we have one event here, or one day of the event here and another day at Sultan's Run in Jasper, which we think is going to be a nice tournament. That's basically going to be a two-day event. We're holding the State Moose Lodge event here for the entire state of Indiana in September, and plus a lot of other club functions. We should have a really good year of activities here.
And I'm sure the rates are very reasonable. Depending on what time you play, you have a different rate system, and it seems to work out pretty well too.
Right. We're getting into that time of year now when the days are getting longer, and people take advantage of our afternoon rates, where it's like a $7 discount during the week and a $9 discount on the weekends. Our regular rates are $29 during the week and $38 on the weekends, and with the quality of the golf course, the pricing is very, very competitive, and we think you get a real good product for a good price.
We were in the pro shop before we came on tonight, and it's a nice pro shop. You have a lot of selection. I'm sure you can get clubs and equipment for anybody if they don't have it in there, or you don't have it in there, and it seems like the clubhouse is in great shape too.
Yeah, we're doing something new this year. Also, I didn't mention, which was custom club fitting, and that's just going to be a great program for us. We've already done a good deal of it. It's at no cost for the customer. They come in, we tell them, here's the specs of club that you need when you do buy something. You know, it's not a high-pressure situation like you have to buy something today. We do a fitting for them and say, you know, if you're going to buy a top-line club where customizing is available, then it's the only way to go. We think people just, you know, shouldn't buy a set of clubs at the top-line level without being custom fitted.
Troy, what are some of you talked about the digital caddy as far as out in the course, what are some of the new technologies in clubs, balls, and equipment?
Well, I think basically clubs right now, titanium is a huge rage right now in the golf business. And I think after playing a titanium driver, I was kind of skeptical before, but I really think there's something to it. It's not a substantially longer golf club as far as, you know, your tee shots, but it's a lot more forgiving. And people get used to the size of the head, and they get that thing in their hand. I tell the people, be careful about trying a titanium unless you're serious about buying one, because they are that good. I mean, it's really a big plus, I think, for the average and better golfers. There's a lot of people on the tour using the titanium stuff. And like always, there's always something new out there. So we expect people to come and ask the PGA professionals, make sure that they know what new equipment's out there, what might help their game.
Do you have a lesson situation here at Christmas Lake as well?
Yeah, we have a nice driving range facility. Myself and Jay Ferguson, who's my assistant, both give lessons. And we have a nice junior camp during the summer that is open to anyone, and that will be the week of July 17th, and that's a nice setup for the younger kids to come out and play. It's a week-long camp is what it is. They actually stay at home, but then they come here during the day, but we still call it a camp because it's 5 days in a row, and that really works out nicely. And we also just have, you know, regular instruction with, and like I said, we try to incorporate some club fitting into it for the same price, and it's an excellent deal.
It seems like junior golf is really taking off, and more younger kids are getting into the game that they can play for a lifetime.
Right. I think it's the best time. We just had a child in January, and she's going to start swinging a golf club as soon as she can, you know, stand up and hold on to it. And I think that's the best thing to do with the kids. And we have the most fun with the 5 and 6 year olds. Those are the kids that really seem to enjoy the game. They don't have a lot of inhibitions. They just kind of get out there and hit it. And a lot of times us adults could learn something from that.
Troy, thanks a lot for taking the time to meet with us today, and we look forward to getting out here and playing like we did last year. And good luck with the digital caddy and everything else this summer here at Christmas Lake.
Okay, thanks a lot for coming out.
That's the head pro here at Christmas Lake, Troy Newport. We're back with more after this.